Hello, and I welcome all of you to this coaching call number 48. In this coaching call, we will be revising the program governance domain. But in the beginning, as the governance is actually monitoring and controlling, so I will give you a very short introduction of the complete domains that we have done so far. We have done program lifecycle, which has three main phases: program definition phase, program delivery phase, and the program closure phase. Then we saw the program strategic alignment, in which we made three important documents: business case, charter, and the roadmap. Also, the formulation phase activities that we did 10 activities, all the assessments and estimations are ultimately giving us these three important documents. Then in the program planning subphase, the main document that we are getting is the program management plan. And under chapter number 7, what we did was 12 activities, which were 10 management planning and 2, one was cost estimate and the other one was a financial framework. This is what we did in the program planning surface. In the program delivery phase, whenever we say about the program delivery phase, it means we are going to talk about the components. So each component will have its authorization and planning, oversight and integration, and transition and closure. And then at the end, we will have the program closure phase. Now coming to the governance thing, the important thing to here understand is that whenever we are going switching between the phases, we need to make a phase gate review. This is also known as the stage gate review. So whenever we have to close program formulation subphase, go to the program planning phase, whenever we have to either initiate a component or transition the component, close the component, anything that is occurring either on the program phase or at the component phase will be done through a phase gate review. Hello, Jayaprakash. We just started,
Yeah,
so I'm just
yeah.
giving the overview of the phases. Okay,
Okay. Good evening. Good evening.
good evening. And then we have that this is a key component of the governance, in which we are involving the stage gate reviews and the phase gate reviews, and these are all done by the program steering committee. Steering committee is the authorized or the key stakeholder who will give me the approvals to close the preceding phase and go to the next phase. Other important thing, program manager is responsible to prepare everything. He will prepare everything and then he will present the case to the program governance board. If in case any type of the okay, then we saw in the benefits management domain, we did benefits identification, in which we made the benefit register, and that is a key document that we will be using to update my progress of the program. So there will be the updated benefits register. And we had a very good discussion on our premium WhatsApp group, in which we were discussing about the benefit register or the benefits management plan, and I gave the very detailed answer on that thing. I think it was clear to everyone. Whenever we are talking about the roadmap, it will have the plan, how we will do it, what is the progress of the benefits. Whereas if we're talking only about the status of the benefits without any plan, that will be the benefits register. Then we made the benefits management plan and we made the benefits delivery. Same here, whenever we are going to deliver any component or deliver the benefits of any component, we will make a phase gate review. We will tell the program manager will present the case to the steering committee or the program governance board that this component is ready to be delivered, and based on the decision of the program steering committee, we will ultimately deliver our benefits. And then we will go to the benefit transition phase and we will go to the benefit sustainment phase. Whenever we are going to cross this program boundary, which means our program is going to be closed, we will again go to the governance board or the steering committee and seek their approval, and then accordingly we will start with the program closure phase activities. Then in the stakeholder engagement, we identify the stakeholders where we will make the stakeholder register. The important point of stakeholder register was it is not a public document. It contains sensitive and politically confidential information. It has to be have some rights with the program manager, and we cannot share with all the stakeholders. So out of all the three register that we made, benefit register, stakeholder register, and the risk stakeholder register is the one that is not a public document. Then we do the stakeholder analysis, in which we have power interest grid and stakeholder map, in which we see all the characteristics of the stakeholder, and at the end we will get the updated stakeholder register. Then we do stakeholder engagement planning, in which we are making the stakeholder engagement plan. That is our guiding principle. How am I going to engage all my stakeholders? Yes, Mr. Z. You raised a hand.
No, it's fine.
Okay. If anyone has any question, please raise your hand, then I can stop. Then we have stakeholder engagement throughout the program lifecycle and stakeholder communication throughout the program lifecycle. Important thing is that the stakeholders that are identified here are also the key governance roles who will be doing the governance in my program. That includes program manager, project manager for these components, steering committee of the governance board, and the program sponsor. Sponsor is actually normally the head of the steering committee, but whenever the decision has to be made, that will be made from the steering committee of the governance board, not by the sponsor. But if in the options governance committee board or steering committee is not there, then you have to discuss with the sponsor in their case. Or if in case there was a once question, we will revise it now in the coaching call also, that if the governance board is not experienced or they are new, they don't know any about the rules or the regulations of the program, in the case you can coordinate with the sponsor, but that is a very special case. We will look into the question when we go into the detail of that thing. And now clearly specifically coming to the program governance thing, first of all we define the governance practices that will tell me how am I going to do the governance in my program. And the main output of this thing is a program governance plan that contain all the roles and responsibilities, all the criterias. The key topics here are minimum acceptable criteria is defined in the program governance plan. When I can say the program is ready to be delivered, or when I can say the benefits are ready to be delivered, or what are the minimum acceptable criteria at which I have to the steering committee will make the decisions for the phase gate review. Everything is covered under the governance practices or specifically in the program governance plan. In the governance roles, we already have discussed the key roles that are coming, and the most important is the program governance board. And then we saw about governance design and implementation. The governance is to be ensured throughout the program lifecycle. This was the brief overview of governance, keeping in view all the performance domains. The another thing is that governance domain is not specifically done alone, but it is done in every domain or throughout, more specifically I would say in every phase of the program. And whatever is going on in any phase of the program, we also know that it is coming throughout the thing. So if I am saying about the, because now we are going to consolidate everything, if I'm talking about the program formulation phase, it means these 3 documents are made, plus benefit register is made, and the stakeholder register is made, including the program governance plan. So this is the complete package of the program formulation phase activities, and governance is done whenever I will go out of my program formulation surface, and I can only go out of the program formulation surface once all the documents that are required to be made under the formulation surface are done, and then the steering committee will make a decision, okay, you can go to the next phase. Same is with the planning surface, same is with the delivery phase. Okay, and everything clear till now? Any question?
So, what's the difference between stakeholder matrix and a map?
Stakeholder matrix only tells you about the position relative to the program. That is the stakeholder matrix. Identify stakeholders, including sponsors, and create the stakeholder matrix in order to document their position related to the program. We saw that when we have a stakeholder register, the first 2 or 3 columns can be a stakeholder matrix because it contains the name of the stakeholder, the role, director, executive director, chairman, CEO. This is the stakeholder matrix. Okay. And what is the stakeholder map is actually the technique or different characteristics of the stakeholder that we are using to analyze them. That is stakeholder map. So stakeholder map is used in the analysis step, and stakeholder matrix is in the identification phase. You can do thing like this.
So, stakeholder map can be called power grid matrix also.
No, no. Power grid is a two-dimensional grid. When he will tell you only about power or interest of the stakeholders, means two-dimensional. That is the key point. If there are only two characteristics that you are analyzing, then it will be a power interest grid. But if there are more than two characteristics to be analyzed for the stakeholder, then the answer, or we cannot use power interest grid. In that case, we will use stakeholder map.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, power
So,
interest grid. Grid
stakeholder
means
map,
two-dimensional.
stakeholder map will contain the stakeholder matrix. Is that true or no?
Can be, because once I will identify the stakeholder characteristics, I can put it in the stakeholder register. The good thing word to use is a stakeholder register. Why? Because stakeholder register is much more detailed in the stakeholder matrix. Stakeholder matrix you only keep in mind if he is talking about only the name of the stakeholder with its position. Only if you are asking only two characteristics of a stakeholder, then you use the word of stakeholder matrix. Otherwise, always use the word stakeholder register. And whenever you will do the stakeholder analysis using power interest grid or the stakeholder map, you will document all the information into your updated stakeholder register, not in the stakeholder matrix. Because stakeholder matrix only
Oh,
has the position, it doesn't have any other characteristics for the stakeholders.
so are you saying in turn stakeholder map will not have power grid matrix or it will?
No, stakeholder map is like a tool, just like the power interest grid. This I'm saying. If you are analyzing their language, characteristics, geography, a lot of different characteristics of the stakeholder, then you will use stakeholder map.
Okay.
This is an analysis tool. When I'm going to analyze my stakeholders, then I will use either stakeholder map or the power interest grid. If I have to analyze only their two characteristics, I can use power interest grid. Then I don't need the stakeholder map. And if I have to completely analyze the stakeholders along with their different characteristics, then I will use stakeholder map.
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah. And register is above that all, right?
Yes,
Stakeholder.
stakeholder register contains all the information about the stakeholder. That is a stakeholder register. Whatever you identified them, then you characterize them. You have their different characteristics. What is the power? What is the interest? What is the output that you are getting after analysis? You put in the stakeholder register. That's why your
Oh,
stakeholder becomes updated.
okay. Okay.
Then we saw the governance is from top to bottom, from portfolio to program to project level. We have governance policies and practices, governance oversight and support, governance control, governance integration, and governance decision making. The most important word from the governance is the decision making thing, because here we have to make the decisions and that will be taken by the governance board. And what is going from bottom to up are the change requests, performance reports, escalated issues and risks, benefits, capability delivery, and product or service. This is what we are sending from bottom to up. What is effective program governance? The goal of the program remains aligned with the strategic vision, operational capabilities, and resource commitments of the sponsoring organization. This is the effective governance, that everything should be aligned with your strategic objectives. Approving, endorsing, and initiating and program secured funding, because whenever you are getting the funds from external things, you need to have the governance in place to make sure that the funds everything are used properly. Then you establishing clear, well understood agreements, facilitating the engagement of program stakeholders, communicating and addressing the program risks, review types, phase gate reviews, decision points, and the periodic health checks. Important difference between phase gate review and the health check is that decision is made in the phase gate review, whereas in the health check is only you are monitoring the program is going on track and you don't make any decisions in that. It assesses the viability of the organization's strategic plan, because ultimately my program should be aligned with have strategic alignments, strategic objectives, and gives me the value. Then only these are two important points that every time I have to see whenever I am governing my program. Selecting, endorsing, and enabling the pursuit of program components. Whatever I will do at the program component level will be done under the governance of my program. And making decisions to transition. So wherever the keyword of decision will come, it means you are operating in your governance domain and in the phase gate review. In the governance plan, I have systems and methods, responsibilities of specific roles. It can be modified like every other plan. It describes the structure and composition of the group of governance participants, define roles and responsibilities, defines who will have the accountability and authority, contains a schedule of anticipated program meetings in advance. I know that what are the periodic scheduled meetings for my governance for my program. It serves to influence the interactions of the governance participants, the same dependencies, assumptions, performance metrics, stakeholder engagement, and governance practices are involved in the governance plan. And actually, they are telling me what are the performance measures, what are my acceptable criteria, and the acceptance criteria. Always keep in mind are the minimum acceptable criteria that are must to be achieved for any program or any component in order to move to the next phase. That is all defined under the governance plan. So these are my guiding principles. This minimum acceptable criteria we have discussed. Then we came to the program risk thresholds, because the threshold means the boundaries. Whenever we will trigger the threshold, it means some governance action has to be kick in. Then program quality governance is governed at the component level, and it defines the minimum quality criteria and standards to be applied, and minimum requirements for quality planning, QA, quality assurance, and quality control by components, program level QA/QC activities, and same roles and responsibility to make sure that the program is governed properly throughout my life cycle. The change governance is very important. Why? Normally, just as a general thing, whenever there is a change request, first step is that program manager has to analyze the impact. He will conduct RCA or do some analysis, and then he will present the case to the program governance board. In the answer, never escalation is the first step to be done. Whenever you feel anything is going wrong, something is not going on track, what the program manager should do, he should first analyze, then make some recommendations for the program governance board and escalate it. But never the escalation will be the right answer in the first go. One thing. Second thing, whenever there is a change request, it doesn't mean you have to change something unless that change request becomes approved change request, or in the question he will say that there are some mandatory changes or mandatory change in the regulation that must be complied. So in that case, whatever will be the impact of those mandatory changes on your governance plan, first the program manager will analyze it, and then he will make a change request to the steering committee to get to incorporate it in your program. Is the concept clear? Don't rush behind every change request unless there is a change request. Yes, I got the change request, I will analyze it, and I will present it to the steering committee for approval. But my actual change in plan, either it's a benefits management plan or any governance plan, will only be done once it is a approved change request or it becomes mandatory to be incorporated into my program. Clear to everyone? Okay. Nasir, is it clear? This change is very important.
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay. Then we have program governance reviews. The review means that I am looking into my program throughout my program life cycle. Phase gate reviews are reviews at the end of the phase. Then we have, yes, Jayaprakash.
Yeah, the change request to be submitted to governance board, right?
Yes.
Change request, yeah, not a steering committee.
The governance board and steering committee is the same thing.
Governance board, steering committee, same thing. But suppose the question may ask where to submit the change request. Like there is one mock question I faced
Uh-huh.
where it is given governance board. That's the reason only I'm asking.
No, but normally, there will be not the two options with the steering committee and the governance board. But if in case it comes, click on the governance board. Okay. If in
Okay,
case there are both options, steering committee and the governance board, better to click the governance board. Okay.
governance board. Okay,
Yes.
okay.
But principally, this is the same, say, two names of the same entity.
Okay.
Governance reviews fulfillment of criteria for exiting the preceding phase and entering the succeeding phase is done in the program governance reviews. And decision point reviews may result in the termination of the program, because the governance board can make a decision to terminate the program. And health checks between the ongoing performance between the two phase gate reviews, we need to have a health checks, and they are held between any two decision point reviews. Then program component initiation and transition, it means now we are in the program delivery phase. Whenever, yes, Jayaprakash.
Swami sir, maybe this is a very basic question.
Hmm?
Uh, can you explain regarding what is benefit realization? Realization, if there is any difference between benefit delivery or benefit realization, because both terms are confusing me a lot actually.
Okay, benefit delivery will mean, okay, I go to the, uh, okay, this is the benefits life cycle. Okay, benefit delivery specifically means you are going to deliver the benefits of this component and you will go to the benefit transition phase. This is specific meaning of benefit delivery. Okay, this is an event that is one considered like a one milestone. The benefits is to be delivered, then it means I will be able to close my program delivery phase once all the benefits will be delivered. Okay, this is the main milestone. Once all the benefits will be delivered for each component, then that is my prerequisite to close my program delivery phase, right? This we know.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
Mm.
that is the specific meaning of program delivery, that you are delivering something and now you can go to the benefit transition phase. Whereas benefit realization means throughout the program lifecycle, you have to realize that the benefits that you need to get from your program are still valid or not valid. They are strategically aligned. They are giving me the value. This is a realization of benefits. In order to, it's a long process. It cannot be a milestone. Okay, but if it comes to be a benefit realization criteria, benefits acceptance criteria, minimum acceptance criteria. So whenever the keyword is a criteria, that means that is a threshold point. Okay, that must be followed, then only you can cross this line, then that is a criteria. But in general, benefit realization only means I am going on track, the program is working fine, and I am getting the desired benefits what I am supposed to get from the program. Clear?
It means the benefits are strategically aligned with the program objective, right?
Yes.
This is the meaning of benefit realization,
Yes.
and it will give the benefit to the organization. That is called benefit realization.
Sorry, repeat the last time, and it will give you.
No, see, benefit delivery means, like you say, actually it is an event that it means the component is completed,
Yes.
then we can go for the benefit delivery. That's all, finish.
Yeah,
But
benefit
in
delivery, consider this as a one milestone event. Yes.
milestone.
Now,
But in
okay.
case of benefit realization, it means realization means the benefits are strategically aligned with the program objective, and it will give the benefit to the organization, right?
It will achieve, no, everything is correct, but last line you should say, once they
Ah,
are benefits are being realized, so my program benefits are aligned with the organization. Actually, the benefits will be given for my program, and these
ah.
are aligned with the strategic objectives, because these are the program benefits. That's the only thing.
So can you explain more simple language actually? Because this term, say for a benefit delivery, means we are manufacturing something, okay,
Hmm?
and we got the product.
Yes.
Hmm? That is benefit delivery.
Yes, benefit delivery, consider for the exam point of view like one event. Once the benefits will be ready to be delivered, you will, program manager will go to the governance board, present the case that this component is ready to deliver the benefits. The steering committee, governance board will give the approval, the benefit will be delivered. Okay, and then once all the benefits will be delivered from the component, you are eligible to close your program delivery phase. This is the delivery phase. This is the delivery.
Okay.
Clear?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, now
Yeah.
comes to the realization. Throughout my program lifecycle, this red line, throughout my program lifecycle, whatever are the benefits I need to achieve from my program must be realistic, must be strategically aligned, and must be giving me the value for what it is intended to be achieved. This is getting the benefit realization. Governance,
So
the
now I
over
got it. I clear. It means value. It's the important term,
value.
right?
So yes,
Yeah.
if I could say in terms of the governance, so whenever the benefit delivery is to be done, I will make a stage gate review. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
this is the event milestone, that okay, phase gate review will tell me, okay, benefits are ready, go to the next phase. So whenever the point of benefit delivery is coming, there will be a phase gate review. But when I am talking about the benefits realization, it means governance, design, and implementation. I have governance, design, and implementation throughout my program lifecycle, which is taking care that at every moment of my program, the benefits are aligned with the strategic objectives and they are giving me the required value. So this benefit realization is actually, you can say, on the horizontal path throughout the life cycle. This governance is monitoring. We can have health checks on their whatever things, whatever we want, but consider this as a governance perspective. I am
Okay.
looking into that benefits are being realized or being actuated, and this delivery consider this as a milestone linked with the phase gate review.
Mm. Okay. Right.
Is it clear?
Oh, I was under the impression that, component one is delivered,
Hmm.
you transition that to benefit transition and then to sustenance, and then
Hmm.
it start producing the revenue.
Yes.
So you are realizing the benefits.
Yes.
That's what I
Yes.
thought.
Yes. That is correct. Realizing the benefits means at any moment on the program life cycle as a whole, can be here, can be here, can be here, because your benefits are delivered as one step, and then throughout the benefits are being realized. So as a general understanding, I said that consider benefit realization here. Okay, because whenever you are making the benefit analysis and planning, here also you have to make sure that whatever, even here, whenever you make a benefits register, you put the benefits. So here also you have to consider the benefits are being realized, means benefits are whatever you put there are organization are strategically aligned and they will give me the value, then and that will be the basic for my basis for my benefits. So in English terms, it can be a benefit realization. But you are right, once I will actually deliver the benefits, then I will start to get the output or the outcome from my benefits. Clear, Pradeep?
Yeah. So yeah, in agile, like they call MVP, right? So once you deliver something which is tangible value to
Yeah.
customer,
Mm-hmm.
you start deploying on the product, right? So
Right.
you are starting to get the benefit out of
Right, that understanding is also correct, 100% correct. But
it.
that
Okay.
I can only say benefit realization, but not delivery. Delivery will be one event, like a milestone. This is clear?
Yes, yes.
Okay, Jayaprakash, clear?
Yeah, clear. You can proceed.
Good. Then we have the periodic health checks, and we saw that between the decision point of views, I need to make the periodic health checks. Component initiation and transition. Program steering committee approval is required prior to the initiation of individual components, and also for the closure, I need the approval of the steering committee. Then in the program closure phase, steering committee reviews and make decisions on recommendations for closure of the program when the program has to be closed, regardless of the cause of termination. Closure procedures should be implemented, and what are the closure procedures? We will go into detail today, which is a financial closure, procurement closure, resource transition, risk transition, and information archiving and transition. And final program report is approved by the governance participants. In the roles, we have the same sponsor, steering committee, PMO, program manager, and operation manager is responsible for receiving and integrating the capabilities delivered by other program components. And governance design and implementation means throughout your program lifecycle, you have to make sure that the program is on track. Then we have legislative environment, decision making, and alignment with portfolio and organizational governance, which means whatever is part of my program should be aligned with the portfolio level, which is on the upper end, and also on the organizational level. And the programs which have contracts will require much more governance, which have high risk of failure will require much more governance. Strategic importance here, experienced people are deputed, and program funding structure is coming from the outside of the organization. It means I need to implement more governance measure over that. And once we saw the echo of this domain, we have to say that all the program and project management standards are based on the industry best practices and organization standards, which will give me the maximum efficiency. The governance model structure conforms program practices with the organizational governance to deliver program objectives. consistent with organizational governance requirements. So that is the essence of doing the governance, organizational alignment with the organizational objectives. Obtain authorization and approval through phase gate reviews or the stage gate reviews. Evaluate KPIs to monitor benefits throughout the program lifecycle. And program information management system is used to manage the program information and communicate status to the stakeholders. It is PMIS. And we evaluate new and existing risk and present an updated risk management plan to governance board for approval, and develop establish escalation policies and procedures to handle the risk at the appropriate level. So whenever he talks to you about the appropriate level, we have to use escalation procedures and policies. Then we will develop the information repository, which contains the lesson learned, processes and documentation, contributions to support organizational best practices, and lesson learned will be applied to existing and future programs. Very important, not only for the future programs, but also for the existing and the future programs, we can use the lesson learned. Then we monitor the business environment, program functionality, requirements and benefit realizations to ensure the program remains aligned with the strategic objectives. Same point. And program integration management plan is to ensure operational alignment with the program strategic objectives, which means cover the complete umbrella starting from the organization towards the operation. Whatever is done in the middle is covered under the umbrella of a program integration management plan. That was the division of chapter number 6, which is the governance domain, including the eco. Any question till now? Clear to everyone?
So integration is covering even operation, right? Like transition to operation.
Yeah, this integration management plan means all the way from here, starting from here, everything is covered till operations. So this is the complete integration thing. So whatever you do within the program should be aligned with the organizational objective and ultimately goes to the operation. That is the meaning. Because you remember in the magic grid, we don't have integration going on inside my program, right? In the integration, we had cross when we made the magic grid. So this integration management plan means it is covering your complete end to end from here to here. This is integration management plan.
So talking to portfolio manager and organization level is also comes under integration.
Yes, when we're talking the
We see
integration management plan. Because I have to
okay.
integrate my program deliverables with the organizational level thing. So for the understanding, he put here organization, and on the left side he say as operation. But we know from the closure phase, this is also the organization for us. So it means end to end is covering complete integration management.
And that is a responsibility of program manager, right?
Now here we are only talking about the integration management plan. We're not talking about the responsibility of the program manager, because then it will get complex, because program manager life cycle is only between the red boundary. So don't get confused with the integration with the program manager. Whatever is done within the program will be the responsibility of the program manager, agreed. But whatever is end to end going on, program manager may not be responsible for that, because as per our understanding, after this red line, program manager is no longer existing. But throughout the program life cycle, he has to make sure that whatever is being delivered is in line with your organizational objectives. This is a guiding document, and even whatever will be given handed over after the deadline is also in line with your program benefit. That is the only responsibility of the program manager.
Okay, but we said in formulation phase, program manager already works with portfolio manager to get the program requirements, right?
Yes, right. So in that case, principally from our understanding, we are working in the program formulation subphase, right? This is what you said.
Yes.
So in the program formulation subphase, this is within my red boundary. So yes, program manager is involved here. He can call, the program manager can collaborate with any stakeholder. So portfolio manager is the stakeholder for the program manager. So he can communicate with him anytime he wants. But it doesn't mean that program manager is sitting here. That's only I want to say. Program manager is
Okay.
involved in my program formulation phase. Yes, he will coordinate with the portfolio because this is his stakeholder. Here, sitting here, program manager, when he is making the benefit sustainment plan, he will collaborate with the operation manager who is actually here. But my program manager is sitting in my program boundary and he can communicate, coordinate with everyone, every stakeholder he can communicate. But this should not be the meaning that PM is sitting outside. That's the only thing I want to convey.
No, I think that's a good point. Yeah, I agree.
Right? Okay. Any other question, Amaya? You want to add something? What you find anything difficulty till now?
No, I'm good. Thanks.
Okay. So let's start with few questions. We have very few questions today. Okay, question number. You can see my screen.
Yes.
Question is 295. Question number 295. I put some two long questions so that we can have a discussion on that. Okay. So some important points here is that we are talking about the new government regulation that impacted this strategy. So consider this government regulation as a mandatory change. Okay, it's not an operation or optional thing that you may or you not may adapt. This government regulation is a regulatory requirement or a mandatory thing to be done. Okay. During the previous year, the company needed to comply with the new government regulations that impacted this strategy. Based on this information, what should the program manager do? At the beginning of the second year of a 5-year strategic cycle, program management team attends a checkpoint session to review the state of the company. Means we are having the stage gate review. A, update the program management plan, benefits management plan, and risk management plans, and modify priorities and interdependencies. So, Jayaprakash, what is wrong in this?
See, actually, the question is asking there are new government regulations that impacted this strategy.
Yes.
So it means something, some regulation it is impacting the strategy. So
Mm-hmm.
in this case, first of all, I need to first step. I cannot directly go to update the program management.
Right.
First, I need to analyze actually. I need to
Excellent.
analyze whether this new regulation is again impacting my strategy, program strategy like that. I need to analyze and I need to evaluate. This is the first requirement here.
Okay. So
So that
A will be eliminated because it is directly going to update something. Right.
yeah, directly.
Then B.
B, obtain the stakeholder approval to stop and postpone program. It is not advisable in this case
Why?
because here stopping and postponing it's not a good practice.
Yes. And it doesn't solve the problem. If I have some difficulty, doesn't mean that I will stop the program and I will do something. So I have to find some way so that my
Yeah,
program keeps on moving. Okay.
yes, correct.
If anyone has
Uh,
any other opinion, please raise your hand. Okay. As we are discussing. Point C, meet with
meet
stakeholders and modify the
with the
roadmap.
stakeholders, modified program. Okay, this is also accepted. But compared to C, D is the best answer in my opinion.
So let's read D. review resource capacity and capability, program priorities and interdependencies, and create a change request to modify the program roadmap to ensure strategic alignment. Mr. Pradeep, why D? Why D?
No, I chose C
Okay, you chose C, but I saw D. Okay, C. Why C?
because I thought, we need to understand with the stakeholders what they can achieve and
Hmm.
modify the roadmap first, and
Okay,
then to comply this change, we need to understand what all the stakeholder inputs and modify the roadmap is first step,
that
and
is
then I will go to resource
okay.
capability.
That step I agree that resource priorities will be different, but the key point is that can program manager modify the roadmap? He can only update the roadmap. If there is something coming or going, he will update it. But modification is not in the hand of a program manager. If you need to change anything, it has to be from the steering committee. That is a catching point in point number C. How? What should the program manager do? Meet with stakeholders and modify the roadmap. How he can modify anything?
No, then we will present it to governance board, right?
Yes. So now read D. Create a change request to modify the roadmap to ensure strategic alignment. So this is the proper way what you are saying. We have to issue
Oh,
a
okay.
request. We
I
have to
got
issue a change
it.
request or something to the steering committee. Okay, this is the thing that I must comply with. So they will present it. Steering committee will give you the approval. Then you will modify the roadmap. Clear? I cannot directly modify the roadmap without the approval of the steering committee.
Oh, I thought he will modify and then present. You know,
No,
first he has to modify. That's how I
sorry,
read it.
sorry.
First, I thought we have to modify and present it,
You have to
so that.
analyze. You have, no, no. Okay, this is a very good point. Modify means you already changed. Then what you will tell to the steering committee? You have to analyze anything what is coming in your way. What is the problem? You have to present the case to the steering committee,
Okay.
and then the steering committee will make the approval decision to accept or not accept. There is same thing. If the program manager will deliver the benefit and go to the steering committee, the same thing. He already delivered. Then what is the purpose of the steering committee then? He will say, okay, my product is ready to be delivered. So this is the document, this is the proof, and now you make a decision whether it's a go or no go decision. Steering committee will say, okay, this phase I accept the phase gate review, then now you can deliver the benefit. This is only one step that is middle. First you need approval, then you can modify or do anything whatever you want. But first you cannot do anything without the approval of the steering committee. That is a check is point number C.
Yeah,
Agree?
I think I got it. I got it. Yeah.
Okay. Nasir sir, why D?
Yes, for any new thing for the program or any change, first I think we have to review our capacity, capability, or you can say we have to uh, make analysis for that
Mm-hmm.
thing, and then we will present to st- uh, steering committee or governance board for the change, for that approval of the change. So I
Right.
choose this D.
Okay, so I think now we have a good discussion with this because this is a tough question. It's a really tough question. But the point here is that the sequence of anything, whenever you have just a principle, whenever you have the change request, first you will identify the change. Program manager is doing it. He will analyze the change request. He will see what is the impact of on my program objective. Then he will go to the steering committee or the governance board and seek their approval whether I need to whether this change request will be approved or not approved. Okay, then he will adapt it into his program and he will modify whatever is required to be updated, whether it's a modification or updation based on this approved change. This is a step by step procedure. Same we saw in the risk. First step is to identify, then you analyze, and then you make a decision. Okay, so same principle we have to keep in mind how we are going in the hierarchy way, in the sequence way of the activities, how we are managing these change requests and whatever are the changes that are occurring in my program. Clear to everyone? Mr. Azim, is it clear?
Yes, clear. Because of change request, I also chose D.
Yes, change request is the proper way, sir. Good. 296. In this question, one important thing I would like to mention here, please, in the options, look for the document that we have studied. We are doing the PgMP course and we have developed a lot of documents. Okay, so in the options, 95% of the time, please select the option, the word that you know, unless there's all are options that you don't know. Okay, because as we discussed in one of other coaching call also, a lot of beautiful makeup terms will be there. They will be very attractive, very relevant, but we don't know that document. Okay, so this is the message here.
Start from.
Okay, a large program consists of several components, and project managers, the program governance board, requests that all components within the program undergo user acceptance testing before being released to the production environment. Where should the program manager document this thing? Okay, so component test plans and test cases, very impressive thing, but we don't know what is the test plan, what are the test cases document. Program requirements, we don't have any such document in our PgMP course. Program quality management plan, this is one of the testing that is going on. Yes, quality management plan will be there, but we didn't make a specific plan for that. In quality management planning, I have that thing, but here the key point is that it's a topic of governance because of two keywords. One is that within the program undergo user acceptance testing. So this is sort of a monitoring thing that we are going to do on my deliverables. Okay, and once I am doing the deliverable product, then it means that I am doing the governance thing. So the best option here is the program governance plan. Anyone has any other options? C. So C is correct. One thing is that, as I told you, look for the document that we know. And other logical answer is that whenever in generalized terms, whenever the topic comes, you are monitoring something, you are making testing something. That means the program governance plan is my best document that I have, that is defining all the best practices, measurement criteria, methods, procedures that will be used to govern, monitor, and control my program. So same is a thing here. For the case of acceptance testing, I will go for the program governance plan. So the correct option is C in this case. Yes, Nasir sahab?
So what if program quality governance is there?
Program
Quality governance.
quality governance, or he will say the quality governance plan, something like that. But today we will study in chapter number 8 what are the documents I am getting. Then this question will be much more clear. Okay, but we don't have any such thing in our thing. And one more thing
Because
here.
there was some topic we I think reviewed where you said quality plan is applicable to component level, right?
Yeah, I say program quality governance is managed at the component level because we are managing the quality at the governance level. Okay, that I said. But here the question says the program governance board requests that all components within the program undergo user acceptance testing. So it means another hint is that a same procedure, a same plan has to be implemented for all the components, right? Today we will see if we have different component governance plan for component 1, different for component 2, then I am operating at the component level. But here he is asking for certain document that will guide me how I will govern all the how I will implement this testing into all my components. So that is the program governance plan. But Governance will be, the governance itself will be done at the component level. This is what I said in the keywords. The governance will be done at the component level, is okay. But here he's asking about the document that will guide you how you will govern that at the component level. That is a program governance plan. Let me show you this topic again. So, yes, Nasir sir.
Yeah, sorry, Nasir sir.
Yeah, actually, I want to discuss that when practically we make software quality assurance plan, that is part of quality management plan for a software development. And U8, user acceptance testing cases, are also written in that plan. We say that plan a quality management plan.
Okay, that is a program quality management plan, but here we are doing the quality management planning. I got the point. Let me explain you one thing. This is the one that you are talking about, Pradeep. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Program quality governance. It is performed at the component level and is therefore governed at that level. Okay, he's not talking about which plan you are using here. He's talking about governance is done at the component level. Clear. Minimum quality criteria and standards to be applied to all components. Okay, so all components will come under the minimum quality requirement. Minimum quality requirements for quality planning QA QC by components, program level QA QC activities, roles and responsibilities for required program level QA QC activities. So here he is only giving the message that governance, or like Mr. Nasir said, the testing is to be performed at the component level. Clear. But the document that will guide you how you will do it is the program governance plan. Because this topic is also coming under the topic of program governance practices, which is program governance plan. It is describing the methods and systems to be used. Although we are working at the component level, but that guiding document is the program governance plan, not the component level plans. Clear? And one more indication here is that if I need to work at the component level, I need to have maybe 4 component management plans, not one component management plan. Because in that case, every component will have its own project component plan, right?
Yes.
So, and we saw, you see, a program within a portfolio is likely to be governed within the framework of the portfolio. So, same I will say, a program or a project or a component within a program is likely to be governed within the framework of the program, right? It makes sense. This is what we discussed. So, if that components, he is telling you in the question that this is the part of your component, this 6, we are saying that this component consists of 6 component projects and 6 project managers. Okay, governance I will do at the component level, agreed, but the plan will come from the guiding document, will be the program level document, because these components are under my program umbrella. Clear? So the plan at the plan at the governance level, at the program level, is the program governance plan. Clear?
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. And Nasir sir, coming back to your question about the quality, you said that a program quality management planning contains acceptance testing. Yes, it is valid till once we are studying only PMP and the quality is an individual domain. So in that case, we define all the testing procedures, this and that here. But today in chapter number 8, please remind me this topic. I will explain you again. In this quality management, we are only defining quality policies, procedures, practices, service level agreements. But in PgMP, whenever we say about doing the testing, which indirectly means monitoring and governance. So that testing components are done under governance in PgMP. And secondly, in PMP, we don't have the governance topic there. That's why we are working for each component at that level. Quality management plan, we will do the testing. But here we are talking about the overall controlling of my components at the program level. This is very important. If it is an individual component, I can accept project quality management plan. That is a 100% correct answer if he's talking about only the component. But here he's talking about all components within the program. So I need a program governance plan.
Okay.
Okay, so 296 is C. D. 297. So that three steps that I told you, whatever something happens in my program, identify, analyze, present the case, then implement the changing. This please keep in mind for most of the question. Okay, Maya? Especially when the rest topic will come, when this governance topic will come, whenever you observe something problematic in your program, the first step is to document that concern, then you analyze it, then you present it, and then you take some action. Okay, this please remember, this is very important step for minimum 5 to 10 questions. Okay, he will disturb you with the risk. In the delivery phase, you identify the risk. In the closure phase, you identify the risk. Don't jump ready to do some action. Relax, identify, analyze, and then do some action. Okay. Okay. The program manager is concerned that the delivery of some program goals could be jeopardized. What should the program manager do? To create market advantage, sponsor request accelerating the implementation of new manufacturing process that is based on recently improved system component. Program manager is concerned that the delivery of some program goals may be jeopardized. So, Mr. Azim, what is this? He is concerned. Indirectly, what I can say? What is this? This is a Nasir Saab, what is this? This is a
It's a risk.
Risk.
it's a risk because something
Yes.
event is not has not yet occurred. Okay, and he is looking for something which is what it could happen. Then it could be an opportunity if it accelerates, if gets successful, or it can be a threat. So if this question, this type of question, whenever comes, just figure out the hint, the tone of being a risk. Okay, so this is actually a
Yes,
risk.
sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So A, advise the program sponsor that the program will continue and follow the program management plan unless the change control board has approved changes to the plan. Why not A?
Because if this is a, as we say, risk, so first we will evaluate it, or we will analyze this regarding the risk, what it will affect or impact on the program. Then we will go to the control board for change or something. So I think this is not
So advising
correct
means
option.
yeah, advising means I'm giving him the solution. Go and do this implementation. Work with the
Yes.
project manager of the affected components to implement fast tracking and update the resource. Again, this is directly doing some action. Evaluate critical success criteria, factors, and KPIs to monitor benefits throughout the program life cycle. This is possible because, but again, it is doing to
Yeah.
wait and evaluate. So now D, document the
Yes.
concerns, means identify it, document it, may be affected, and present them at the next governance board review meeting for guidance and actions to be taken. So whenever you feel something is going wrong or may go get wrong, document it and then present to the steering committee. You have to inform everybody this is a possibility, probability that
Yes.
could occur.
D is the right option, I
Yes.
think.
D. So here D is the correct. D is the correct option. Is also the best option as we have discussed. Everybody gave D. So I think this concept is clear. But always keep in mind, identify, document, analyze, and then take the action. 298. This is the feedback I got from one of our student. Governance decisions are very important for any program to move from one stage to another stage. Those decisions will be taken by the key program stakeholder during execution phase gate review, benefits review, and a monitoring and controlling phase. So, Mr. Pradeep, you gave mark these questions. What was not clear in this question? This is question page number 19.
Oh, I was thinking monitoring controlling phase.
But what are the three phases in my program? Is there any monitoring and controlling phase?
Yeah, there is no official. Yeah.
Yes, there's no official phase. It's a makeup term. If there
Yeah.
was program definition phase, program delivery phase, and program closure phase, even we don't have execution phase if we go to the wording wise. Okay, and that is the first thing. For a generalized question, not go for the makeup terms. Very important, because in most of the questions, at least one option will be the makeup term. And second is that he's clearly asking you that you have to make a decision, and that is made during the phase gate review. There is no other phase, and this phase gate review can occur in any phase of my program. There is no limitation. Maybe in the program definition phase, I need to take a phase gate review. Maybe in the program delivery phase, maybe at the any sub phase of the component, or maybe at the program closure phase. So keep in mind the phase gate review can be taken or may be required at any phase of my program. There is no limitation on that. Clear? So in this, the correct answer is B, which is phase gate review. 299.
You didn't pick the right questions, I believe.
Okay.
So there is one
Okay.
chapter six. Yeah, I
After
will
this,
send.
after this, we go to that PDF. Then you tell me the page number.
Yeah, yeah.
You are a member of the program governance board. So it means governance board can make a decision only within my program life cycle, not out of my program. So you are empowered to take decisions concerning all the below except what governance board cannot take a decision. It means whatever will be outside of the program boundary, it cannot make a decision. B is program communication. This is something going on in my program. So governance board can take the decision. Program schedules is also within my program. Information distribution is something also within my program. So A is organizational strategy. How the governance board can make a decision at the A, at the outside the governance board. Pradeep, Amaya, B, not B, A. You selected C before, I think.
Yes, I had selected program schedule. Then after carefully just going through once more, I selected
So this is
strategy.
A, right? A is the right answer, right?
A is the right answer because organizational strategy is something which is outside of the program boundary. So program
Also outside the boundary. Yeah,
yes, so the
yeah.
program governance board cannot make any decision on that. Okay. And Amaya, a very good pick for you is that whenever small questions are coming in which you are using 30 seconds, please review it 2 times. Okay. Because you have enough time. You have 1 minute minimum for one question. So even you finish
Yes.
in 3 hours or you finish in 4 hours, the result will be the same. So don't rush into the questions, and especially the questions which are single liner and which is in the option which is only 1 or 2 words. These are very, very easy questions if you understand the question properly. But if you don't understand the question, or you in a blink of the eye you can give the wrong answer, and then this is very bad. Okay. Okay, this one 300. Sorry, here C and D are.
C and D are same.
Yes, sorry, it was a typing mistake.
So it should be C then.
Okay. You are the program You are the program manager of a construction program comprising of state and civil engineering projects. You notice that the program is not aligned with the organization's strategic objectives. So this is just the observation currently. What should be your course of action? Number one, conduct RCA. So you have to analyze, identify the root cause. So A and C are same. And then B is escalate to the governance board. This is not possible. I cannot escalate it directly. So B is eliminated. Okay. D is a type of mistake. So we have to differentiate between A or C. Initiate a change request or consult with the governance board. Somebody gave A. Pradeep, why A?
Yeah, I think I would consult before I initiate the change request.
So it should be C then.
C, yeah, it should be C.
See, first you will consult, and then if they feel no something is actually required to be implemented, then I will initiate a change request. So
Yes,
somebody
yes.
somebody gave A. Anybody in favor of A? So the sequence is that first conduct RCA, identify the root cause, and consult with the governance board. If something is, he says no, this is something mandatory change to be done, then I will initiate a change request. Then I will go to the governance board or the steering committee for the approval. So here the correct answer is C. Clear to everyone?
Yeah.
Okay. Pradeep, I can please tell me the question number that we have to discuss. The page number.
19.
Okay, 19.
The white color PDF
Mm-hmm.
with
Question
54
sheet
pages.
54. Yes. Page number 19.
Yeah.
This one, a program manager will be
Yes.
unable to achieve. Okay. A program manager is concerned that a program will be unable to achieve its intended benefits. Here, how should the program manager handle this concern? So, it means it is a sort of a risk. Okay. Concern is a risk. Meet with PMO to review critical program success factors. Okay. Meet with component project managers to reallocate resources within the program. So this B is eliminated because he cannot immediately go to the project manager and try to reallocate the resources at the moment. Meet with the program stakeholders to determine if a reduction in program scope is acceptable. This reduction of program scope will change your business case. So I cannot change the program scope. Meet with the component project managers to perform risk analysis. Yeah, he can perform the. So, what you feel is the correct answer, Pradeep?
I thought 4, but D, but the answer is I think A
A.
is what, yeah.
Okay. Meet with the PMO to review critical program success factors. Okay. Who else can give me the reason for this?
Because I thought PMO is just not
Voting role.
any in decision making.
Yeah, it's not. This is not a decision making question. So it's always meeting. Meeting means consultation. So meet a program manager is concerned that a program will be unable to achieve its intended benefits. So it's a risk. How should the program manager handle this concern? So the point is that I think is saying because it's giving the review the critical program success factor. So it is better than doing the risk analysis only. Okay, because here we have assumed that this is a risk. Surely the concern is a risk, but here review the critical program success factors may be that he is understanding that the program will be successful or achieve the benefits if these factors are achieved. On the other side, if we discuss the PMO, maybe he will give us some other success factors. I am looking for this success factors, and they can give me the advice on another type of success factors. This is why, Amaya, can you explain if somebody else has some different opinion? Why A? B and C are clear, right? But the B and C are eliminated.
Yeah, yeah. BNC is clear. I don't
Okay,
know why PMO is involved in decision
okay,
making.
okay.
So that's
Anyone?
where I'm struggling.
Okay, anyone?
I think just to see the lessons learned from previous projects. Maybe the PMO can guide here.
Yes, so the PMO can guide him and check the infrastructure.
Okay,
Yes.
program. And why not D then?
I don't think that has nothing to do with uh, critical success
So
factors.
it doesn't talk about if the benefits. He is just concerned. So he wanted to check. We are not really sure if it's in delivery phase or not.
That doesn't
Why
matter.
not? Why not go
Intended
inside
benefits. It
program
may be
itself?
like it is in. We are into benefits identification phase only over here, as per
Yeah.
my
Because it's at the
understanding.
program level, not mentioning anything at the component level. So that's why D is not an option.
Yeah, this is also good understanding. Pradeep, if we are only in the program delivery phase, then only the component managers are there. He can only perform the, he can only talk to the component project managers if it is mentioning you are in the program delivery phase. But like Amaya said, he is concerned and it's not mentioning in which phase we are operating. In that case, I cannot go to the component project managers in as a generalized term.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I can take that, but I don't know why PMO we have to go.
Because the other B is
I mean,
eliminated.
the answer what we selected is also not correct, is what I'm getting.
I think the answer is B.
No, no, no. Answer is should be A. Meet with the PMO. Yes, meet with the PMO to review critical success factors. You see, individuals with specific skills such as change and benefit specialists can be allocated to the PMO. The program manager should first meet with the PMO to review critical success factors to handle these concerns and take the appropriate actions to achieve the intended benefits. Because not mentioned in the program due to company maybe okay. So I think that we have to take this thing that this component level people are not involved in generalized thing at every level. That is the first indication. And secondly, what I liked about the answer was the critical success factors. This is much more giving you the better overview of the success criteria rather than only doing the risk analysis. Okay, anyway, I will look into this again if I get some other logical answer to that. Okay, but at the moment we take this critical success factors and PMO, not the component level things.
I think the same question is reflected in a mock. In that, if the answer is given, meet the common project manager to reallocate resources.
No,
There is a con-
I think, but please send me the question. That question is basically that in which we discussed last time to move forward. You cannot go, the option was in that PMO critical success was not the option. It was saying go back to the planning surface. I think Jaipaka, in that question, he's telling you that instead of one option is to going forward, coordinate with the component managers to find some way out. And the other three options are sending you back to the planning surface or going back to the formulation surface. That is the in the mocks, as I remember. Anyway, send me that question. Next, Jaipaka, Pradeep. 23.
23.
A 5-year program is coming to an end. Many of the initial governance board members have left the company. Okay. Several new members have joined but have a short association with the program, which changes the board's expectation and focus. It means your program governance board is existing, but it's not operational, it's not effective, it's non-effective. Okay, this is the impression from the first two lines. During the final phase gate review, we have to make a decision. Some board members are uncertain of their roles and expectations in the process. It means your board member doesn't know what they have to do. As a program manager, what should you do to handle this situation? This is a topic I was explaining a bit in the beginning of the calls also. Review the strategic plan and benefits management plan with the board. So A, I will eliminate because board is not effective, not workable. This year already told us in the whole scenario of the question. Agree, Pradeep?
Yes.
Okay, I will eliminate because board I cannot discuss the board. B, review the final program outcomes with the program sponsor. This looks a good option because we said that if in the option governance board is not there, then sponsor would be the answer. Here the board is there, but it's not operational. Okay, so I will keep B temporarily. Prepare a program change request utilizing the new program, utilizing the new board member input. So this change request again will go to the governance board, which is not operative, not effective. So even if I will make a change request, again I will go to the same people which he has already said are not operational, not effective. So I will eliminate C also, because again I am going to the same governance board. Present the final program status, cost, and schedule reports to whom? It's not complete answer. So in this special case, I will go with B. Review the program final outcome with the program sponsor, because keep in mind, sponsor is member of the program governance board and also normally the head of the governance committee. And if governance board is not existing, so in some cases the sponsor is actually the governance board by himself. So what do you say, Mr. Pradeep? Could be the answer in this case?
No, I was thinking, governance board can change. I mean, people can change, but still there will be some key members who will make the decision.
Right,
It's not
agree.
that whole
No, no,
team has changed.
that is okay. But here he is saying, but if you have a board member, you have three members, so everybody should know something. And like you said, there will be few members who will know, so that would be the sponsor. I'm coming to that point, because in general he's saying some board members are uncertain of their roles and expectation in the process. So we don't know, some of the board members doesn't know anything what they have to do. So in that case, sponsor would be the best option. Only in this specific case, if he has given you the clear indication that the board is ineffective, not operative, and unless the steering committee or the governance mode is only useful once all these members are effective, then there's a member, then is a board decision, right? But if the some board member doesn't know what they have to do, so then the best is to go to the sponsor.
Yeah, I was thinking still A, but yeah. Because I was thinking, let's say we have 10 board members or
Okay.
five,
Mhm.
two are new, it doesn't mean they cannot make decisions.
Yes, but yes, in that perspective is okay. But here the problem is that then the essence of being a governance board is not workable, is not good, because this will not be a unanimous
Yeah,
decision
so
from
you
the
are
board.
making an assumption that governance board is not effective.
Yes,
That's why you are going sponsor, right?
yes, yes.
But where is that indication that governance board is not
Okay,
able to make decision? You know what I
several,
mean?
yes, which but have a short association with the program which changes the board's expectation and focus. So if the board expectation is changed, it means they don't know what is the program, what is the essence of this program. They have no expectations, they don't know the expectation of this program, and they have no focus. And secondly, some board members are uncertain of their roles and expectations in the process. So this is giving you the indication that the board itself doesn't know what is the purpose of this program, so how they can review the outcomes or how they can make a decision in this case. And consider this board as one entity. Okay, the purpose of the board is a one entity. Even if one, like a car, it has four wheels. If one wheel is not working, the car will not move, right? So this steering committee, we gave him so much importance. Governance board is everything for us, in all the questions. But if in this specific question he's saying that the focus is not there or expectation doesn't know what the board, what the steering committee has to do, so it means that my one wheel of the car is missing. So in this case, the car will not move. So in that case, the best is to go to the sponsor who knows everything of my program and discuss with them. That is a special case. This is a special case for the governance. I think this question might come, but he will, in this, he is trying to give you the impression that the steering committee governance board is not effective. Got some
Yeah,
idea?
because sometimes the sponsor may not know technical stuff, or maybe they don't know
Yes,
really. They just
yeah, okay. But here the point is that you are at the phase gate review. Final phase gate review means your program is about to be closed. That is the most
yeah,
important phase gate review. And in that case,
yeah,
sponsor, you are right, he may not know technical, but ultimately he is accountable for success. He's a champion of the program. What is the importance of the stakeholder in the program? He's a champion of the program. And if everybody will fail, as a general discussion, if there is nobody in the program, maybe the program manager will change, everything can change, but sponsor is the last person who will always stay, because he's the owner of the program. It's also very
See,
important.
in another way, you see the line several new members have joined.
Mhm.
So finally, we new members are joined, but they don't have any idea. So ultimately, we don't have any choice. Go left with no choice. Go only the sponsor is the old guy,
No, no,
right?
Jayaprakash, that is clear. That is clear. But I'm just coming to the point: the importance of the stakeholders in the program. Okay, program manager is responsible for doing everything. If the program manager changes, it will not so much dent the program, because ultimately he was not accountable for managing the success, right? But when we come to the stakeholder is the champion of the program. He's looking for the complete program. He's accountable for enabling the success. If the program will fail, who is the most person who will be accountable is a sponsor, not the program manager, not the steering committee. Okay, so in that case, from the importance point of view or the accountability point of view, sponsor should always be involved in the program, and he must, at the end of the day, if nothing is going fine, he has to make a decision. Sponsor. Agreed?
Yeah, I think that's clear. So if we don't find governance board, then we should go to
For
sponsor
sponsor,
is what
yes,
you
agreed.
know.
Perfect. Nasir, is it clear?
Actually, what is changing? Actually, I want to know the reason.
Yes, sir,
Why
clear.
it is called champion for change program manager?
No, champion of change is project program manager. Champion of program is sponsor.
Okay, champion of program is sponsor,
Uh,
but the champion for change is program manager, right?
Means whenever
What?
they will be, it means whenever a change will occur in the program, or he has to be triggered, he is the person who will start the change, evaluate the change, identify the change, present, make the analysis and present to the steering committee. So all the things he is working on, what is affecting his program. So he is a champion of change. This is just a synonym given to him.
Yeah, he is actually integrator, we can say.
Yes,
He integrates all the cross-functional teams.
yes, and looking the and looking all around what can impact on his program.
Correct, correct.
And what is the last one? 54.
I think that's it.
Okay.
54, I said, it's a
Okay,
page number.
auto page number. Okay. So
Okay.
anybody has any question in this today's coaching call? I think it was very good. We discussed some stakeholders. We discussed governance. Amaya, any input from your side?
Uh, no, thanks.
Okay, very good. So thanks a lot to everyone for attending this coaching call. I hope it was very good. We covered a lot of important discussion. We have a good conversation, and we see in the next class. Thank you very much.